Hi, I'm Rachel, welcome to my channel. Something a bit different today. This is a midweek video as opposed to my regular Saturday pattern reviews. I am an avid maker of clothes, as you probably know if you watch my channel, but something I have never made is what I call a proper leather handbag, and I didn't think it was something I could do until I discovered Babylon leather bag kits. For true total transparency, this is sponsored by Babylon Leather. They have gifted me this beautiful kit. I have made the bag. I'm going to show it to you later. You have to keep watching to see it. Yeah, so I'm basically reviewing the kit. So I have chosen the Large Sac Plat leather tote. This is the bag that I've chosen. And I just wanted to say a few things about their kits before we get going, because they are actually beginner friendly. You have all the pre-cut panels, all the stitch holes are pre-made for you. You have leather needles, you have your thread, you have all your tooling and all your hardware. For instance, the bag that I've made, it's got a crossbody strap, and actually that was pre-made. So that comes with it. It has a top part of the bag which has a zip fastening, and that panel has been pre-made, and it's all really high quality. The leather is absolutely beautiful. It's very high quality cowhide leather. Okay, so I wanted to, before we get going, I wanted to have a quick look at their lovely range to give you a feel of the products that they do. So here you can see the Birkin and the Kelly inspired bags, which are absolutely lovely, and I imagine they are extremely popular. But their range extends beyond those bags. They have tote bags, crossbody bags, smaller leather items like clutch bags and purses as well. They have saddle bags. They even have a woven leather bag like a Bottega Veneta style bag as well. They have different types of leathers like ostrich look and crocodile look leathers. Not just the plain textured ones. The colours are lovely. They really are a lovely selection, from the dual sort of dark greens to the classic caramel tan colours. And you can see the bag here that I have chosen in the blue, the Sac Plat tote. So I have just received this in the post, and I have taken it out of the box. So you receive a sheet of paper which details the content. So you've basically got the actual kit itself. I've got a little freebie here, which is this cute little horse pendant, which I can put on the bag, and then a little silk scarf, which you can also use as a bag accessory. So we've got those, but I won't need those for making the kit, so I'm going to put them to one side. And then also these are the hand sewing tools and positioning pins in a bag here. So I am going to go ahead now, and I'm going to open the actual kit and see what's in it all together. So I've just laid out all the bits and pieces that came in the kit, that came in the bag, just to get a sense of what I've got here. So let's talk about all these bits and pieces on this side. This is the strap, which has been pre-made. Actually, let's unwrap it while we're filming this. It's the same high quality leather with a matching thread, well, toning thread. It's got a buckle and really nice hardware. So that's the crossbody strap, if you like. This is my matching thread. I've got some nice substantial leather needles here and some snips, which are great. I've got a little screwdriver, which presumably I will need for when I attach some of the hardware. This is all the hardware, that D-rings, etc. And I think these are the things that the bag actually stands on. And then again, those are the tools that I showed you earlier, and they send you a clip as well, which I presume you use to clip some of the panels together while you're working on them. And then we have all the leather panels here for the bag. So starting off with, this is the top panel with the zip, which has been pre-made for you with the lovely zip stopper there at the end. it's really nice. The quality of the leather is lovely, and it smells glorious. That's the underneath as well, so it's really nicely finished. I think that would have been made on a machine, I guess. So it's a bit more rugged, and I don't think even my heavy duty machine, I don't think would have got through there. So that's very welcome that's pre-made. We've got the front and back, which are identical. You can see the lovely textured leather, and the pre-made holes everywhere around sides, bottom, and also for, I'm guessing this is where you touch the straps. Okay, the sides, again with the pre-made holes. This will be the base, and then you have a set of straps, again with all the pre-made stitching holes, and then a couple of tabs as well. And I think these are 2 internal pockets. Feel really soft and supple actually. The quality of the leather is lovely, and it smells great. It's making the room smell beautiful actually. So essentially that is what you get, and I'm off now to watch the tutorial before I launch into the making of this lovely bag, and I will catch up with you as soon as I start making it. So I filmed myself while I was actually making the bag, so you'll see me at various points in the make process here. By the way, I actually had the video tutorial on while I was making it, and it was really helpful. So I've sewed the sides of the bag top, and here you can see me with the sides, and these are the tabs that you attach to the inside of the side panels, and those are actually for the crossbody straps. You attach the D-ring to the clasp of the crossbody strap, and you can see the stitching, so it's like ornamental stitching on the outside of the side panel, which looks really nice. So you're actually hand stitching through 3 layers of quite thick leather, and it's surprisingly easy to do. I mean, the holes are all pre-stamped, so it makes it very easy. You just have to make sure they're lined up correctly, and it is really, really straightforward. So the next thing that I did was stitch the base onto the main panels, and you'll see me stitching here. Basically, you have got a very long piece of thread with a needle on each end, and you're creating a double row of stitching, so you're going alternately in and out, and you'll see me going into the stitch hole that I came up through the stitch hole, and I go back down, so you're creating an up and down alternate double row of stitching, and there I'm going in from below, and then you pull that through. And you have to pull the stitches tight each time so they're not loose, and then you go in from the top, and that's the technique for making the whole bag. I then attached the straps, and the inside pockets are actually attached to the inside of the bag at the base of the handles. You'll see that later when I show you the finished bag. And then you attach the side panels, exactly the same technique as sewing the base. You can see me with the 2 needles there, in and out, in and out. It wasn't difficult. I mean, you have got to get round the corner. So what I did was I actually put some paper, I stuffed the bag out to hold its shape. So while I was sort of working around the corner, the bag sort of wasn't collapsing. And it is really straightforward. As I've said before, all the needle holes are already made. So you just need to line it up accurately. And I really enjoyed it. It's actually quite therapeutic doing a project like this and working through it slowly and methodically. And as I said, I had the instructional video on the whole time, which was great. So I could refer to it and go back and forth. At this point, once you have actually finished sewing the sides on, you attach the feet to the base, And then the final step is to attach the top panel. So here's the final bag, and I'm absolutely delighted with it. Here's the crossbody strap that I talked about. Although I'm not a big fan of crossbody strap bags, I can see this actually will be really useful if I'm shopping or I'm travelling. It actually feels really comfortable as well, so that's actually a great thing to have with it. The instructional video is incredibly clear and straightforward, giving you tips along the way and little reminders. So essentially, the first thing you do is to stitch the side edges of the top panel. Then you attach these little inside tabs. You can see the stitching from the outside, which eventually you'll attach the crossbody strap to. Then you attach the base. You then attach the straps, and you attach the straps and make the straps all in one. So you're stitching, you fold the straps and you stitch them on, stitch around the straps, and then stitched them on at the other end. Once the straps are attached, you can then attach the inside pockets, which I don't know if you can see there, are actually attached with hardware onto the bottom of the straps, which are inside the bag. Then you put the sides on. You saw me earlier on stitching all the way around here. You stitch the sides on. The next point is that you put the lining base in and you attach the feet, and you do that there. Each foot is two pieces. You've got the actual foot, which you slot through the leather from the right side, and then you've got a kind of screw with a screwdriver, and you screw the two components together to make them really secure. And the very final thing you do is you stitch the top zip panel, and you stitch it all around the top. And I was really nervous about that, because especially where you've got the handles, you've got so many thicknesses of leather, but it's the holes are pre-made. As long as they're all lined up accurately, it was absolutely no problem at all. I thought that would be really difficult. In fact, it really wasn't. So I am delighted with this bag. Go and take a look at their website. There is a link below. If you do purchase, make sure you use my affiliate code to get a discount. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found it interesting, and maybe you're inspired to make your own leather bag. And I will see you next week.